Wonder Woman, Lasso of Truth, and Six Flags Discovery.
In quite possibly the lowest energy announcement video of all time, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in 2007 announced that Tony Hawk's Big Spin would be coming to the park. Today we will be looking back on its history and why it had one of the strangest themes of all time.
California Coaster Riders. California Coaster Riders. CCR. CCR. California Coaster Rider. Coaster Rider.
Before we dive into the history of Tony Hawk's Big Spin, please like and subscribe. It's free and it only takes a second. I make these videos as a hobby, so please like and subscribe to get my videos to other people, because there's nothing better than helping me grow my channel and helping me reach other people to also see my content so I can make more in the future. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the history of Tony Hawk's Big Spin at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. I hope you enjoy. On April 16th, 2005, history was made when Mr. Six's Pandemonium opened to the public. This was the first ever Gerstlauer spinning coaster at a Six Flags park and was a slightly different variant to the one that eventually came to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. The version of the ride that first went to New England had a slightly different ending and a different entry back into the station. This is in contrast to the other models that went to parks like Six Flags Over Texas and Discovery Kingdom and Fiesta Texas, which had a slightly different ending to it with a different re-entry into the station. This is most likely due to spacing issues with the other parks. Tony Hawk's Big Spin opened on May 17th in 2008. And the actual coaster that we got versus the concept rendering was completely different. The ride that ended up going to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom was nothing like the concept renderings. The concept video showed a ride more akin to Six Flags New England's, but that is not what Six Flags Discovery Kingdom ended up getting. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. That entrance sign is the same one used for Superman Ultimate Flight today. The ride featured many theming elements, including spinning pictures of Tony Hawk and a large marquee entry sign with video of Tony Hawk skateboarding. The ride vehicles had his name plastered on it as if it was plastered onto his skateboard, and his logo on the trains as well. Something missing from the ride that was in the concept rendering was this theming element that the train passed over. This was probably cut due to budget constraints. According to the roller coaster database, this ride costed $6.5 million for Six Flags Discovery Kingdom to build. To put that in perspective, a clone that also came to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom later on costed them $7 million, and that was Batman the Ride, the 40 free spin. Whatever licensing deal Six Flags made with Tony Hawk's expired in 2010 when the ride had to be rethemed because they lost the name to Tony Hawk. As to why or how Six Flags Discovery Kingdom got Tony Hawk to allow them to make rides themed to them, as this Tony Hawk was not the only one of its kind, there was other Tony Hawk themed Pandemonium clones out there, is beyond me, or why they would want to do that. Tony Hawk did have a lot more name recognition back in the early 2000s, but it's still a puzzling decision. So from 2008 to 2010, the ride operated as Tony Hawk's Big Spin. Then from 2010 until its eventual close at Discovery Kingdom in 2012, it operated as Pandemonium. Although many members of the general public, including myself, still referred to the ride as Tony Hawk, this was because the ride featured very little changes, just a few thematic elements taken away from the ride, such as his name on the cars, although the cars still maintained the same paint job, and so did the track itself. Other thematic elements, such as the Tony Hawk cardboard cutouts spinning around during the ride, were also removed. The ride had a length of 1,351 feet, reached a top height of 53 feet, had a drop of 27 feet, and a speed of 31 miles per hour. The ride lasted for 1 minute and 51 seconds. Six Flags Discovery Kingdom had 8 cars for the ride, with 2 riders in each row facing each other inward, with a total of 4 riders a car. RCDB says the capacity is 1,400 riders per hour, which is quite a high guess for its throughput, as it doesn't seem to have very quick dispatches from the footage I watch, and the ride overall would be very hard to operate quickly and efficiently. The ride was manufactured by Gerstlauer, which became synonymous with spinning coasters. By 2011, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom had different plans for Pandemonium. Six Flags Discovery Kingdom throughout the years has been a testing grounds for new rides and attractions, as evident by rides like Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster, a prototype ride, and what replaced the area that Tony Hawk's Big Spin was Superman Ultimate Flight, which was a prototype ride made by Premier Rides. Superman Ultimate Flight has its own rich history, which I will be going over in another video. I already have a video up on the history of Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster, so you can go check that out, link in the description. Six Flags did not just want to scrap this coaster, so they decided to relocate it to Six Flags Mexico.
Six Flags México es el lugar de los superhéroes y ahora llega el peor villano y enemigo de Batman, The Joker, la obra maestra de una mente retorcida, como las guías que te precipitan por estrepitosas caídas. The Joker, nueva, caótica, incontrolable y muy malvada. Compra tu pase anual antes de que el precio aumente. Subirás las veces que quieras en The Joker, con estacionamiento gratis todo el año en la compra de 4. Descubre The Joker y emociónate a lo grande. Go Six Flags!
When it was relocated to Six Flags Mexico, a lot of new theming was installed to the ride, and a new queue was installed. The queue to this ride was everything I wished Six Flags Discovery Kingdom's Joker ride was, and is an actual fun house instead of a cheap queue line with cheap thrown together theming. The ride still stands at Six Flags Mexico, where you can ride it today. Now that we've gone through this ride's history, let's move on to analyze the layout. After riders leave the station, they experience a rapid climb up the lift hill. This is due to the trains being very small and being able to be pulled up a lift hill very quickly. After riders crest the quick lift hill, they will experience a right-hand sweeping drop. Riders will also notice how neat and colorful Medusa looked back then. At the valley of this drop is the top speed on the ride. After pulling out of this sweeping turn, they will go through hairpin turns, very similar and reminiscent to Wild Mouse's. These hairpin turns cause a very mild spinning onto the car and seem very unexciting. After traversing these hairpin turns, the ride will move on to the spaghetti bowl of the ride, which consists of many downward and upward helixes. In between these upward and downward helixes, trains pass through mid-course brake runs. This is to allow more cars to be able to run on the track at once. If you don't know what mid-course brake runs do, there are many videos online covering it. Riders will traverse one small floater airtime hill before hitting the final brake run and entering back into the station. I myself have experienced this ride, but it was when I was younger and I do not remember it. After this ride was removed from the park, it left a gaping hole in its lineup. After the addition of Superman, Superman was not able to fill this gap in the lineup, as Six Flags Discovery Kingdom lost its only thrill coaster without an inversion, also known as the GCI coaster Roar, which I will be doing another video on. So Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, after Joker replaced Roar, the GCI coaster, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom needed a thrill coaster or semi-thrill coaster that did not go upside down. So in 2019, they announced that they would be adding a new spinning coaster to their lineup.
Coming to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in 2020, Sidewinder Safari. Coiled to strike with slithering turns, venomous drops, and chaotic spins. Over 1,300 feet of twisted steel track, and every car has a mind of its own. Sidewinder Safari. A whole different thrill every time you ride it.
I strongly believe that Sidewinder Safari will be a spiritual successor to Tony Hawk's Big Spin or Pandemonium, whichever one you want to call it, because it fills the gap that Tony Hawk's Big Spin was for the park. And overall, this will break their streak of only adding thrill rides and coasters for that is, for a very long amount of time. And that's going to do it for this history video. Please like and subscribe, and make sure you ring that notification bell so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. And credits to all videos used in this, video or in the description. And thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. You should be very proud of yourself for watching till the end. And I will have history videos coming out on other coasters such as Superman Ultimate Flight, Roar, the GCI at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, and I hope to hopefully do all the coasters at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom eventually, Sidewinder Safari, all those future coasters, including Sidewinder Safari. So thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.